Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America with massive news in the Georgia case against former President Donald Trump. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. New evidence alleges to show that Miss Fani Willis, the district attorney of Fulton County, and her special prosecutor, and he's very special, Nathan Wade, were together in a relationship for far longer than they testified under oath. Now, you're going to hear a lot of legal analysts and talking heads on liberal news say this is not important. It shouldn't take away from the case against Trump. And they're right. It's not important to the case itself. That being said, it is important to Fani Willis. It is important to Nathan Wade. It is important to their careers and their freedom. If they committed perjury, and it can be proven that they committed perjury, well, then they go to jail. These are attorneys that they'll be disbarred. This is a massive, massive scandal. And all they really had to do was tell the truth. I don't think this judge was going to remove them for having a relationship before she hired him. But now, if they've committed perjury, you know what? Don't let me tell you. Let's let former U.S. Attorney Francie Hakes, who knows about these things, she's a professional, tell you. And I might want to point out also that Megyn Kelly, former attorney, said they got to be kicked off the case and they can go to prison. Geraldo Rivera, who does not like Trump anymore, said they have to be taken off the case and they may go to prison. So Miss Hakes is not the only one. There's a growing chorus of people who think that not only is Fani Willis's career in jeopardy, but her freedom's in jeopardy too. I want you to take a look at this video, and then I want you to give me your opinions when you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Just last week, Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade took the stand under oath, and he was asked about his phone records. Here's that exchange.
So if phone records were to reflect that you were making phone calls from the same location as the condo before November 1st of 2021, and it was on multiple occasions, the phone records would be wrong?
If phone records reflected that, yes, sir.
They'd be wrong.
They'd be wrong.
Former federal prosecutor, former assistant U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Georgia, Francie Hakes, and Gray Analytics vice president, general counsel, former U.S. attorney for the Northern District of Alabama, Jay Town, joins me. Francie, you're shaking your head, so I'm going to start with you. Is Fani Willis going to survive this, assuming all this is true?
Well, you know, Greta, she absolutely should not. Steve Sadow, who is a very veteran defense attorney I went up against many times, laid a very neat little perjury trap for Nathan Wade when he talked about the cell phone records. And you would think an experienced prosecutor like Fani Willis would have been worried that the reason Sadow was asking about those cell phone records was because he had Wade's cell phone records. And yet, she came bowling into the courtroom nonetheless, let him testify the way he did, denying the data that's obviously in the cell phone records. And then she proceeded to do exactly the same thing, denying that anyone but her daughter had ever spent the night with her. I think we may hear now, well, I don't consider 4 hours to be spending the night. I don't know how they're going to parse this, but she should definitely be disqualified. There should be an ethics complaint. She committed, in my opinion, perjury on the witness stand, as did Wade. They ought to be prosecuted, and they probably face disbarment.
And of course, assuming all this to be true, Jay, is that both their testimonies sort of neatly folded together. You know, that they, you know, and of course, Fani Willis denied watching his testimony, but now you've got this. So does she survive? Would you disqualify her? I would.
Yeah, I would too, Greta. And I take issue with only one thing that Francie said. She referred to Fani Willis as an experienced prosecutor. She's not a real prosecutor at all. Her biggest concern and why she's so desperate to hang on to this case is that a real prosecutor will come look at these charges and probably quickly dismiss at least the more serious charges.